Hello everybody, this is Brent Faulkner with Virtual Community Risk Reduction, and this is our second installment, our second season of Practical CRR, where we take a look at very simple things that we can do to improve the safety and reduce the risk to our communities. So episode 5, we're going to be talking about tragedy, okay? All of us experience in the fire service horrible tragedies that occur. And these can be, unfortunately, great learning opportunities for our community and for ourselves. We need to be very careful about them. So what I'm talking about, for an example, is if we have a fire and unfortunately someone dies in that fire, we can utilize that because now people are paying more attention to that tragedy that occurred to be able to get our safety message out. Obviously, these are very, very difficult times and very difficult situations for the family and often the community as well. These need to be timed so that we're being sensitive to the needs of the family and the community, but also so that we're moving forward and we're showing the community how they can move forward as well. Oftentimes, this is also a wake-up call, unfortunately, for the people that this occurred to. And I'll share a personal example. We had a near drowning with my son. And being a firefighter, you know, obviously I know exactly what to do. I was there when it happened. He was in 10 feet of me. You guys have probably read, I have a blog associated with this, or an article that I wrote associated with this exact story. This was a true wake-up call for me that, you know, here I am, I'm a fire professional, and this happened to me. So how easy is it for someone who's not a fire professional, who doesn't have the training, who doesn't have the knowledge, for that to happen to them? And that was a wake-up call for me that, yeah, it's awesome that we respond to these calls and we have a great time and we're very professional and we work really, really hard to keep our community safe when there's an emergency. But guess what, Brent? There's also a time to prepare before so that we can prevent these incidents from occurring as well. And that was one of the things that really got me passionate about community risk reduction, is I didn't want another person, another parent, to have to do CPR on their own child and potentially lose their child, okay? So these are opportunities for us to, and everyone is different, okay? I don't want us to think that, oh, this is a prime opportunity, let's go talk to the parent and see if they're willing to do a PSA regarding whatever happened. That might take a lot of time for that individual to do that. So we need to be very cautious of where they're at. But a lot of people, after a tragedy like this, they volunteer and want to do these types of things. Whether it be a drowning, whether it be, you know, a car accident, whether it be a fire, they want other people to understand the heartbreak associated with it, and they're willing to tell their story. It might be a week later, it might be a month later, it might be years later, but we can utilize these stories to be able to get the attention, hopefully, of other people and utilize the news so that we can push our safety forward as well. I just caution you to make sure that we're doing it in a tasteful manner that is really looking at, you know, obviously the victims associated with it and the family members associated with it. But these can be great learning opportunities. So when we have something like this occur, look at, you know, how can we really get the safety message out there to prevent it from happening again in the future? And what has already occurred? Have we already had calls where we could reach back with those families and just check up on them, see how they're doing, and within that conversation it might come up that they're willing to assist us to do a PSA or to do some type of a fundraising event to be able to move these types of things forward. So again, Brent Faulkner with Virtual Community Risk Reduction. This is the 5th installment of the 2nd season of Practical CRR. There's going to be 10 videos in this one, just like there was in the 1st season, and we look forward to serving you. Thank you.